She's always watching the window on Facebook so that we know that better and soon. But let's see. We might be able to get that going here. And we are like, okay. So thank you so much, dear devotees, for...
I don't know. Something happened. Okay.
Yeah.
I think Mataji will join again.
Can you hear me, Rashana Mataji?
Yes.
Yes, Mataji, I can hear you.
Okay, I was not able to hear any one of you. So
Yeah, even we couldn't see.
okay. I was asking the question that what verse did we do last week? And then there was a sudden silence. So
Oh, we couldn't hear you.
I
Mataji.
don't know what the answer was. So what's the verse for today?
24th, no, Mataji?
Priya has to confirm.
Ah.
Yeah, 24th today.
20, I think so.
23rd you
That's
did
what I
last
thought
time.
too. 24.
24, correct, for 500 points, both of you. So we did memorize last week's verse, Rashana Mataji. Do you remember anything of it, Priya Mataji?
I have to revise it again. Mataji.
Revise it. Why don't you revise it? Do you have your book in front of you?
Let me open it.
Okay. 2.23.
Yeah, you are showing both of them.
Yeah, but I'm showing it only in Hindi, which Priya cannot read. That was the catch. I had put it in Hindi because I knew that you can read it, but you were not there last week, so it's fine. But other had memorized it. And easy come, easy go, you know, verses also disappear if you do not continue to be in touch with them.
I don't believe I came last time, Mataji, but I'm going to try.
Okay, good. I like your approach.
Should I read it?
Right. Read it, yes.
Okay. Nayanam I can't do the beautiful music that goes with it. Can I just read it, Mataji?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes. For being brave, you allowed everything.
Nainam chindanti shastram, nainam dahati pavadkaha, na chainam kledayantri apo na sayati marutaha.
Very good attempt, right? So I'll give it to you in the musical form.
Yeah.
Nainam chindanti shastrani, nainam dahati pavakaha, na chainam kledayantapo, na śoṣyati marutaha. And what does it mean, the translation? Do you want to read that, Priya Mataji?
Sure.
In English?
The soul can never be cut to pieces by any weapon, nor burned by fire, nor moistened by water, nor withered by the wind.
Okay, so what are the three elements that are being talked about, against which soul is being described? What are the
three elements? Is fire, water, wind.
And then one more? Or the fourth?
Weapon.
Weapon, correct, right? So three you give correctly, and then the fourth one is weapon. Okay, so let's look at today's verse. Right, and thank you so much for doing that, reading, Mataji. Okay, so acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ. So acchedya means unbreakable. Ayam means this soul. So the soul that is being described in the last few verses in Bhagavad-gita is Krishna's continuing to describe the soul. Acchedya means unbreakable. Ayam, this soul. Adāhyaḥ. Adāhyaḥ means unable to be burnt. Ayam, this soul. Akledyaḥ, insoluble. Aśoṣyaḥ, not able to be dried. Eva, certainly. Cha, and. Nityaḥ, everlasting. Sarva-gataḥ, all-pervading. Sthāṇuḥ, unchangeable. Acalaḥ, immovable. Ayam, this soul. Sanātanaḥ, eternally the same. Right? So it's talking about soul being unbreakable, insoluble, cannot be burned, cannot be dry, everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same. Okay? So here more qualities of the soul are described. Right? In the previous verse, what four qualities were described? The one that we did just now? The one that Priya Mataji read?
Can never be cut to pieces.
Okay.
Or burned by fire, or moistened by water, or withered by the wind.
Right. And then in today's verse, are there some things which are common?
Burned.
Insoluble.
Insoluble.
Okay.
Neither burnt. Not
Burnt is done.
Neither
Unbreakable.
I will copy it from here for our benefit. Let's see. Okay. This is from previous verse. This is from today's verse. What is extra in today's verse?
It is everlasting, present everywhere, unchangeable, immovable, and eternally the same.
Eternally the same, right? So there are how many more?
4, 2,
5.
5, right? There are 5 more. So 9 qualities that are being described, right? So I wanted to mention over here that it looks like there is repetition here, right? There's repetition in the verses. The previous verse can be removed because it's already consumed in 5.24, 2.24, right? That it's not, it's unbreakable, cannot be burned, cannot be moistened, and all that is already there, right? Cannot be dried is already there in verse number 4, right? But you have to look at these 2 verses. That's why I brought these 2 together here. You have to look at them in a different light. And they are, right? First, what they're saying is, when they're saying soul cannot be cut to pieces, how? Cannot be cut to pieces, how?
by weapon.
By
By
any
any-
weapon. Correct? Okay. Nor burned by
Fire,
Fire.
moisture
water,
and withered or dried
wind.
By wind.
by the wind. Okay. So when you look, and then here in the next verse is saying unbreakable, right? Unable to be burned, insoluble, not able to be dried, right? So there is a difference between verse number 1 and verse number 2, right? In the sense that in verse number 1, we are talking about certain specific items cannot impact the soul. Like a weapon cannot cut a soul to pieces, a fire cannot burn a soul, like that, right? But in the next, which means that if you look at it, you're saying, okay, a soul cannot be cut to pieces by any weapon, but maybe water can cut it to pieces. Because we see, right, water can be used to cut things to pieces if water falls under a big pressure, right? Similarly, cannot be withered by the wind, maybe it can be withered by fire, like that. So if that doubt arises in anybody's mind, then, oh, maybe we are just talking about specific weapons, maybe some weapons have not been invented and they will be invented in the future, and then they will be able to cut a soul to pieces, right? But in the second verse, it's clearly said that, it is unbreakable. So you can bring any weapon, anything that you can bring, but soul is unbreakable. It's a quality of the soul. Okay. Similarly, it's saying it's adāhyaḥ, cannot be burnt, cannot be moistened by water, or insoluble, right? It cannot be dissolved and cannot be dried. Right? And then on top of that, it is saying it's everlasting, sarva-gataḥ, all-pervading, everywhere, which means in the entire planetary system that we have, we will have soul. Because sometimes, science says that Earth is the only planet where there is life. So God is not such a bad creator that he'll create so many planets and nobody can live on it, right? The sarva-gataḥ means all-pervading. Sthāṇuḥ, unchangeable. Sthāṇuḥ is a tongue twister there. Unchangeable. Acalaḥ is immovable. And sanātanaḥ, eternally the same. So now let's look at the breakup of the words here. And I'm going to now hide these rows because we don't need them here. Okay, so that we can focus on these. And thank you, Chaitanya Priya Mataji, for joining us. It's always a delight to have you in the class. So going into the breakdown here. Acchedyo yam. Adāhyo yam. Akledyo śoṣya eva-cha. Nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur. It's a tongue twister there, but give it a try. So it's not nur, it is nur. Ana is there. Sthāṇur. Yeah, this one. Sthāṇur. Acalo yam sanātanaḥ. Okay, so 2 words that you have to focus. 3, I would say. Śoṣya. It's not śoṣya. It is not śoṣya, right? Śoṣya, like that, right? Give it a try. Everybody say śoṣya. Śoṣya, like that, right? Śoṣya. Very good. And then nur.
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 Oh,
Ana. Ana, veena, nur, right? Try, keep trying, right? Today for the rest of the day. And then śoṣya and nityaḥ. Try tyaḥ.
Nityaḥ.
Tyaḥ. Right?
Tyaḥ.
Yeah, tyaḥ, not tayaḥ. Okay?
Yeah.
Tyaḥ. Okay. So let's get started with Varshana Mataji on the trying the breakup of the words.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva ca nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Very nice, very nice. Priya Mataji, give it a try.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva ca nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Very nice. Priya Mataji, are you in a position to read from where you are? Chaitanya Priya, I mean. I think she's in the listening mode usually. Huh?
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna.
Go ahead. Yeah, Mataji, this is Preeti Seth. Actually, that is my daughter's name. So she uses the phone to connect for her online classes. So I'm using the phone to connect to classes. So I forgot to change the name. This is Preeti Seth.
Yeah, I do see Preeti Seth, and I do see you as Preeti Seth, but I also see another connection, which is Chaitanya Priya.
Okay.
Priya, yeah. And she usually stays in the listening mode. So I just want to double check whether she can unmute and speak today. So we will put, Chaitanya Priya Mataji a little away here in case she is able to unmute herself. Okay. So we will go Varshana, Priya, and Preeti that round today. Okay. So yeah, go ahead, Preeti. Glad to have you here.
Thank you, Mataji. Acchedyo ayam.
Ached. Yeah, ached, yeah. Actually, it might be easier for you to pronounce it this way. Ached, right? Go.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam.
No. We break it down. We don't go full, right? There's a difference between this one and this one. Here we are doing the syllables, right? So each one you have to pronounce each one slowly.
Okay. Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam. Akledyo śoṣya eva ca.
Eva, right? Eva. So we have to learn to make a distinction between a with a bar and just a simple a, right? So va, whereas here it was more emphasis daha. Okay, cha. Okay.
Nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur.
It is ana. So it's a tongue twister. Yeah, you'll have to practice. Yeah, I will give it to those today if you're not able to pronounce it. But this is something that you should put as a personal goal to be able to pronounce. Varshana Mataji did a very good job reading that. Yeah. Okay. Next, last line. Preeti. Last line.
Yes, Mataji. Acalo. Acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Naha.
Naha.
Naha, right? When there's an H with a dot, it goes aha, like that, right? Like you see, if you understand the script, naha, here there are two dots. Okay, good. Let's go back to Varshana Mataji again. Slowly on the syllables.
Mataji, Priya Mataji, if she wants to.
Priya is on the mute. That's fine. She will speak up
Okay.
when she wants to. Yeah.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva cha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ
Sarva?
sarva-gataḥ
Aha, right, correct.
sthāṇur
Sthan. Stha.
sthāṇur
Like how you say sthan, right? Sthan, sthiti, right? So there's a S over here that also has to be pronounced, right? You did it last time. Yeah, stha.
sthāṇur acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Right, right. Like, see how nicely she does root, even I can do like that. She's doing it very nicely. Okay, good. Let's go to Priya.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva cha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Naha. Very nice. Priti? Priti Machi, you're on mute.
Yes, Mataji. I have to start from the beginning, is it?
Start from the beginning again, the breakdown, reciting each syllable.
Okay.
Okay.
Acchedyo.
Say ach, and then say
Ach.
ched. Yeah, say
Ched.
ched. Yeah, ach,
Ach.
ched. Ched.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva cha nityaḥ
Ni.
sar.
So it's a ni with do you understand? Are able to read the script or no? The Sanskrit,
Yes.
right? So
Yes,
there is choti e ki matra, right? It's a soft.
Yeah.
Yeah. So ni.
Nityaḥ
No,
sarva.
not nityaḥ. It is nityaḥ. That there is only one. Yeah. There's only one ta, right? Nityaḥ. So I'm breaking this word into two pieces, right? Nityaḥ, like that.
Nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ
Sarva. Yeah.
sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur chalo. Acalo
Yam.
sanātanaḥ.
Don't try to bring them together. We're learning to pronounce each syllable, right? We will do that all together later, but here we will stick. Okay. Yeah. Who? Preeti?
Yes, Mataji. I need to say it again.
Yeah, just one more time from the top.
Okay. Acchedyo yam adāhyo yam akledyo śoṣya eva cha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo yam sanātanaḥ.
Yeah, you got all of this, right? Except for this one, the nur, and that you need practice. It's a new, normally in our day-to-day life, we don't use it like that. Okay, Vaishana Mataji for the full blown now. Slowly.
Acchedyo yam adāhyo.
Acchedyo. There is no A here. No. There is no acchedyo. There's no acchedyo. It is acchedyo. Say acchedyo, right? Let me break it like that also. It might be easier. Okay. Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha. Śoṣya, actually not even śoṣya. Śoṣya evacha, like that. Okay, get started again from the beginning.
Acchedyo
Acchedyo.
acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
Very nice. Okay. I might even, for the full-blown thing, I might even break it down like this to make it easy for you all to pronounce when you're going full-blown. Okay. Yeah.
Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
Very good. Preeti?
Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
Sanātanaḥ. Yeah. Till such time as you're not able to pronounce this, you can stick with a na, like nur, and not nur, right? So not
Yes,
nur, but nur. Okay.
Mataji, I keep forgetting long and short A's.
This time you did not forget, actually.
Yeah,
I
now
don't
it's
know.
after 2-3 times it's become better, but in the first time it got confused.
Okay, it'll come. Yeah. With practice, it'll come. Yeah. All right. So one more time, we are on the top of the hour. I need to go to the temple today for Seva. So let's go. Varshana Mataji?
Yes. Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
Perfect. Yeah, Mataji.
Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
You got it. You got it. Yeah, this was the place that you're not doing it. Very good. Okay. Preeti Mataji has, recently started joining. Keep going, Mataji. Preeti, unmute.
Yes, Mataji. Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya evacha nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ.
Sanātanaḥ, right? And then nur, not nur, try nur, nur. Practice, this will come with practice. Okay, so all of us together now on the count of 3 will recite. And one of the things that we did last time and we did very well was, as you are reciting your sloka, also hear the others. Try to keep your voice a little low. Try to hear others and try to tune to them. That way, when if each person in this team is looking at and trying to hear what others is saying and trying to align with them, then everybody will be aligned, right? It's important, right? So let's get started on the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Acchedyo adāhyo akledyo śoṣya
evacha
nityaḥ sarva-gataḥ sthāṇur acalo sanātanaḥ. Good job, team. It was a difficult verse, but you all did it. So thank you so much for doing that. Thank you so much for joining the call. And Krishna willing, we'll meet again on Friday.
Thank you so much.
Hare Krishna, Dandatana, Svanchkalpatarubhyascha, Kripa Sindhubhyeva cha, Patitanam Pavnebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha, Gaur Premanande, Hari Hari Bol.